it's cocktail hour, so rock 'em up. Ooh, mama, it's cocktail hour, so pour it up. Pour it up.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Zeta Lisa. Welcome to Mama's Cocktail Hour. Come on in. I have been gone for a minute, but you already know it was the holidays. Life has been lifing, but your girl is back, okay? And we are starting a whole new chapter here on Mama's, and I want you guys to be involved. So I've been giving this a lot of thought. 2025 is going to look so different for YouTube for me. I am trying to grow my YouTube. I am trying to evolve. And in the midst of evolving, right, I have to take some risk. And one of the risks that I want to start taking is showing you guys just a little bit more into my life, my lifestyle. Who am I besides this blogger that talks mad shit about Diddy, right? Like, I know a lot of you guys have been super sweet on this platform, like have given me insight, have like seen my come up or seen me trying to kind of come up on these streets. And I appreciate y'all, but I do think that there is a lot to Zeta Lisa that people don't know, okay? So this live is kind of like, let's catch up, let's figure out who I am, what I'm about, and then let's go into some trending topics. So today I am chilling. Finally, the hoopla of Christmas is over. And in Latino families, you already know we celebrate Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve was crazy. Yesterday was kind of like a chill day. And now I am back at it. Okay. And so I've been giving a lot of thought into sharing a little bit into my lifestyle. Now, what does that mean? It means, who am I besides a blogger? Like, I'm a mom. I'm originally from New York. If you can't tell by the accent, then here it goes. I'm an entrepreneur. I did own a business. I owned a store with my husband called Casa de Fez. That is still up and running, but we had to change the tunes of our business a little bit because we did have a storefront. And having a storefront right now in this economy is super trash. I'll be completely honest. Everybody's buying online. So there is an aspect of Zeta Lisa that is like entrepreneurial. Like I said, I'm a mom. I'm a basketball coach. I coach 8 and 9-year-old girls, which is just hella fulfilling. And I blog here on Mama's Cocktail Hour, and I am a Knicks fan, okay? If you from New York, you know, Knicks have been one of those teams, guys, that for a long time, if you are a true New Yorker, then you understand this. We have been struggling with the Knicks my entire life, okay? I'm 38 years old. I watched the Knicks as a little girl. And to finally see that the Knicks are winning, like, New York could not be a more trendier place to be right now. I don't know how to say it. New York is always trendy, but it's even more trendy now, especially when your home team is winning. So shout out to the Knicks, big Knicks fan. And today we actually going to jump into some Knicks. So let's do that. For everybody here, welcome. Let's jump into it. I'm not going to even lie. I am hyped. Okay. If you guys don't watch basketball, you don't know what you're missing. Okay. This Knicks team is explosive. They are smart, witty, and they are tough. Okay. Like, I am a fan of like the Patrick Ewing Knicks, the Anthony Mason Knicks, the John Stark Knicks. And I can't even lie. Like, this lineup right now that the Knicks have, when it comes to Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, okay? We even going to throw McBride up in there, like Payne in there. Like, Am I missing anybody? No, these guys are amazing. And I know that this was titled The Knicks Secret Weapon, but let me put y'all onto some game. The Knicks secret weapon really is that they no longer have a one-man team. Okay, can we clap to that? Yes, we need to clap to that. The Knicks are no longer a one-man team, guys. What does that mean? Okay, back in the day when we had all of these huge stars, we can even start with someone like Carmelo Anthony, right? When you have a huge star on a team and only that person is a star, what ends up happening? That star ends up being used and abused. That star ends up hurting himself and not being healthy, right? When you only have one person to rely on every night, that is when you lose. So when for non-basketball players, when they're like, we're in a building year, what the fuck is that, right? A building year means that they're trying to build up their repertoire, their players. They're trying to see who meets the right, like who meshes together, right? Playing basketball is a lot about vibes, connections, how people play together. You can have 5 really good players on the same team and they don't know how to play together. Like, I think the people who really did that successful back in the day were the Bulls, right? We had Michael Jordan, we had Scottie Pippen, like they all gave a little something, right? The Knicks have never had that since, I want to say, going back to the Patrick Ewing days, okay? But guess what, guys? The Knicks finally have an elite team. Let's jump into it, because if you guys did not catch basketball on Christmas Day like I did, because like I said, my family celebrates it on Christmas Eve. So Christmas Day is really NBA basketball day, okay? And I caught up with all things NBA basketball. I saw LeBron play against Steph Curry. There was a couple of good games on, but the game that I feel most passionate about, okay, is the Knicks. So the Knicks squared up with the Spurs. It was a hella dope game, but there were some secret weapons that I feel like came from that game, and one of those weapons being Mikal Bridges. Now, shout out to Mikal Bridges. He did a outstanding job in the game on Christmas Day versus the Spurs. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. The game was tied like every other minute. Like they must have been like neck and neck the entire game. That I'm not even gonna lie. Like that new player, I can't even pronounce his name. Let me pull it up here so you guys can see it on the screen. The new player that they have on the Spurs, he's a young guy. And he was killing the Knicks. I can't even go lie. I'm not even gonna lie. For a while, I was like, okay, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. I'm trying to share with you guys the highlights of it really quickly. Let's see. Hold on one second, guys. Bear with me. All right, let's jump into the most recent game. All right, so Mikal Bridges, all right, it says Mikal Bridges saves Knicks from Grinch Victor. Okay, guys, I'm gonna mess up his name. Wembanyama. I know I fucked that up, okay? Anyways, this young player, we just gonna call him Victor, because his last name is hella cringe for me to say. For 3.5 quarters, Victor played the role of the Grinch. The 7'3" wonderkind scared the Knicks and their fans, threatening to ruin a festive Christmas at the Garden. Okay, so they really coming for us. But guys, I'm not gonna lie, CP3 mixed with this new guy, Victor W, we gonna call him. He is a beast, okay? It looks like we ended up winning the game 117 to 114, but the secret weapon was Mikal Bridges. And what I love about this Knick group, guys, is that we don't have to wait for our star player to warm up. Okay. These guys are coming in real. They're coming in hard. Ayo. They are coming in and they are showing up and they're not afraid of the big moment. Okay. A lot of these players, I don't think a lot of these players understand what it is to be playing in a big arena like the Mecca, like Madison Square Garden. So a lot of times that pressure, that game winner shot, that three that they really need in crunch time, it's difficult for a new player to kind of like live in that moment. Well, not for Mikal Bridges, okay? Mikal Bridges, he actually did his Knicks career high at 41 points, shooting. He shot 17 for 25, and it looks like our man Josh Hart came up with 2 clutch offensive rebounds in the final seconds to ice the victory. I can't even lie. Everybody on this team turned up. Jalen Brunson really wasn't having a great game, but it looks like his teammates were definitely stepping up to the plate. And it looks like Mikal Bridges was giving Victor W a run for his money. Okay. Victor on the Spurs, it looks like he ended the game with 42 points and 18 rebounds, 4 assists and 4 blocks. This guy is a beast. Okay. I'm not even gonna lie. We were scared for a minute. We had to switch up our defense in the third quarter in order to stop this guy. Okay. In the third quarter is where we really started to catch our wind. And that's when we started to play good defense, switch up the defense a little bit. And that's what ended up leading to our win. Guys, I can't even lie. I am extremely excited about this Knicks team. I feel like this team is nothing but magical to watch because you just never know who's gonna like jump into the mix. I'm not gonna lie, I am here for Karl Anthony Towns. I love the fact that he is Dominican from New Jersey, and they're just showing clips of him like back in the day, like just being like a young kid looking up to these NBA stars. And I think it's kind of dope to kind of see him living in that era. He is living and dreaming everything Knicks. He so plays into the Knick persona. Like he is explosive. He's entertaining. He's fun to watch. And I can't even lie. Like I am here for his girl too on Instagram. If you guys don't know, Karl Anthony Towns is with Jordan Woods. And Jordan Woods be like treating every Knick game like a fashion show. And I can't even lie, her drip be hot. Like if you guys have not checked it out, let me see if I can find a quick picture of Jordan Woods and Karl Anthony Towns. Like they are the it couple. And let me see. I'm just loving it. Let me see, guys. I'm just loving the vibe. I'm loving how it's all New York. I'm loving how she's making like New York a part of her brand. I'm here for it. I can't lie. Let me show you guys how dope. Okay. So this is Jordan Woods. She is Karl Anthony Towns' girl. She's also the girl who had hella beef with the Kardashians back in the day and that whole thing that happened with Tristan Thompson. She's now living her best life and she's telling all these girls that they can just go ahead. She done found her a NBA player and she is just making everything about her brand Knicks. So let me see if I can find anything more. Look. Okay. All right. I am here for the branding. Whoever is Karl Anthony Towns publicist and Jordan Woods publicist, bravo. I love how she's always flossing something Knicks. She's actually, yeah, she's definitely being my Knicks inspiration. Like I'm loving the drip. Like look at the bag. I'm sure that's either Hermes, Birkin. I don't know, ladies. Drop me in the comments if you know what type of bag that is. It's fire. She has on what looks like to me is like back in the day, you know, when we used to have Averex. It looks like it's an Averex, but it also looks like it could be like a Kith inspired Averex. Like, I don't know, but I am here for all of her content and how she is like incorporating it into like all things Knicks with her boo. This is them together. This is Karl Anthony Towns, Jordan Woods. I'm loving the brand. I'm loving what she brings. Look at this. Like, this is fire, guys. Like, I'm loving how she's making like the Knicks part of her brand, because like that's part of her man's brand. Like, it's just a dope concept. If you someone who, you know, looks into branding and stuff, like, she is definitely branding herself and him. And I just think it's dope. So yeah, I think the Knicks are definitely the team to be watching this year. They are explosive. They are just like a real good, I don't know, just like a real good team to watch, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys been catching up with it, but it has been something that I can't lie, I've been enjoying. I've been absolutely enjoying to watch the Knicks every night. I'm telling you, they are going far this season. And I'm not just saying this as a glorified Knicks fan that has pipe dreams. Like, they are absolutely going somewhere this season. Super proud of the Knicks and what they're doing. Shout out to Jordan Woods and Karl Anthony Towns for making the Knicks cool to watch from a different perspective. I think the Knicks have always been cool to watch, but I think it's dope when they start to incorporate other things. Just like how the NBA is now like changing up a lot of rules in the NBA. They are now changing up a lot of things that have to do with like the All-Star game, which I think is dope. Like, there's a lot of things in the NBA that I feel like are washed. Like, I don't think that people really want to see East and West play each other. Can anybody drop in the comments and let me know? Like, I would much rather have actual 4 teams. And I think they're actually doing this year. I'm not sure. But I would much rather see 4 teams hack it up for like an all-star game, instead of like putting all really good players from East to West on both of them and then just watching them go ham and shoot threes and dunk, and just, it becomes a game that's not really, nobody takes serious. So but we are indeed taking the Knicks serious this season. So if you guys have not checked out my channel, check it out. I'm going to be doing more Knicks vlogs. I'm also going to be doing more personal vlogs. If you guys are interested in my life, give me some ideas on what you think I should be sharing. Like I said, I'm a mom. I do beauty things, but my beauty things aren't like everybody else's beauty things. But yeah, you know, I'm definitely trying to evolve and change and add some more flavor into the mix. Okay. But moving away from the Knicks, let's move on to Brother Diddy. Okay. There is so much going on, guys, that I just was like, you know what? I might as well just go live, because there's too much going on to break it up into videos. And I'm not even gonna lie, today was one of them days where I was like, I am not editing. So let's go live to talk about Diddy and his shenanigans. What are some things that I feel like are going on? One of the biggest things that I heard thus far is that Diddy is actually going on a hunger strike. You know, in fear of being poisoned is what they're saying. I don't blame him. I'm pretty sure he's not trying to get Epsteined. So he is definitely being cognizant of what he's eating, what he's doing. He's definitely just trying to stay alive, guys. Like, I think people are talking about like how skinny he looks and how gray he looked at his last court hearing, but he's in jail. And there ain't no Beijing in jail. There ain't no lining up your hair. There ain't no hair dye. So he is going to look completely different than the Diddy that I feel, than the Diddy that we know. But let's jump into this article real quick that I found that I thought was interesting regarding Jigga Man and Diddy, because we know there has been a lot going on with Jigga Man. So that's something that I do want to touch on, because I do feel like a lot of the things that are going on in the media right now are hella bullshit. Okay. This man saying that he does not know Diddy is bullshit. Like, can we just call a spade, guys? And like, I think everybody's like, let's not jump to conclusions with Jay-Z. Let's be completely transparent on this platform. Is there anybody out here in these internet streets? Please drop me a comment that thinks that Jay-Z is innocent in all of this. Like, I don't know Jay-Z from a hole in the wall. Don't know what he's done. Don't know any of his proclivities. But I do know one thing. One thing that I do know, Jay-Z, is that you were friends with Diddy. There's no running from it. There's no hiding from it. There's no way that you can just sit here and say that you guys were just business associates. You guys were hanging out heavy. There's even information that you guys were like involved, had a lot of businesses aligned. So I just don't think that you would just have businesses aligned, be chilling with someone all the time, be going to their parties, be supporting each other professionally, and then be like, that's not my friend. Like, for me, that just goes to show that he probably understands like how big and how crazy the Diddy thing is, that he doesn't want to be affiliated with that. Because you already know how it goes, guys. Once you are affiliated, you know the old saying, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. Well, this applies in this situation right now. Jay-Z, tell me who your boys are and I'm gonna tell you who you are. Your boy is someone out in these streets who are spiking drinks, allegedly SAing girls, men, women, other entities. I don't know. I mean, come on, guys. You guys have all heard the Diddy drama, right? But let's get into this article real quick while we're here. It says, judge says women accusing Jay-Z, Sean Diddy Combs of R-wording her at age 13 can proceed anonymously. An Alabama woman who says she was R-worded by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs when she was 13 can proceed anonymously for now. In her lawsuit against the rap mogul, a judge ruled Thursday. In her written order, Judge Annalisa Torres also chastised the lawyer representing Jay-Z for what she described as his combative motions and his inflammatory language against the plaintiff's lawyers, calling them inappropriate. The Manhattan jurist said the woman can proceed anonymously at this early stage of the litigation, but she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date if the case proceeds. That would allow defense lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial. Torres also cited substantial interest from the public. Combs remains jailed in New York City awaiting a criminal trial on federal trafficking charges, but also faces a wave of SA lawsuits, many of which were filed by the plaintiff's lawyer, Tony Busby, a Texas attorney who says his firm represents over 150 people, both men and women, who allege SA and exploitations by Mr. Combs. The lawsuit alleged many individuals were abusing these parties. We know that. Combs' lawyers have dismissed Busby's lawsuits as shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them, just as lies have been spread about Mr. Combs. Jay-Z has said in a statement that Busby is trying to blackmail him to settle the Alabama woman's allegations. Busby said in an email that his firm does not comment on court rulings. In her lawsuit, the woman who says she was R-worded at 13 identifies herself as Jane Doe. She said she was living in Rochester in 2000 when she made her way to New York City and befriended a limousine driver who drove her to an after party for the MTV Music Awards, where she said she was eventually attacked by Jay-Z and Combs. Alex Spiro, a lawyer for Jay-Z, asked the judge to dismiss the entertainer from the women's lawsuit, and he requested a hearing on the case for the day after he made his request in writing. Spiro also noted that the woman's father has said he does not recall driving from Rochester to pick up his daughter from NYC, as she says he did. The woman has admitted some inconsistencies in her stories. Okay, so this is like just a recap, because I know we know what's going on with, or what's been going on back and forth with Jay-Z and Busby. I have my own feelings about that. And guys, drop in the comments if you agree or don't agree. For me, I feel like, why is it that out of all of the allegations that have come out, right? Why is it that Jay-Z is responding to this one? Okay, could it, like, some people have argued that maybe it's because he is this is like a child, and then this opens the door to other like crazy things. Other people are like, oh, because it's kind of like related to Diddy, maybe that's the reason why. We all don't know, right? But I do find it peculiar that he would not respond to a lot of other things that have been flying around, but this one is like, well, I'm pretty sure this one he had no choice because the guy filed a lawsuit. So let's be fair and say that. But I mean, I just find it weird. So I know everybody is talking about how he did not show up to Beyonce's performance. It looks like Beyonce performed. She did her new, what is it? Her new Cowboy Carter album. Yeah, I think she performed that, and Jay-Z was nowhere in sight. Now, I find it interesting, right? Because he was nowhere in sight for that, but then he went to the Mufasa thing, and then he got ripped a new one for going to the Mufasa thing. So maybe his publicist was like, you know what? You should sit this one out, brother man, because the block is hot, okay? And when we say the block is hot in New York, we just know ain't nothing good from you being outside. Like, Jay-Z needs to stay in the house. He needs to just do his dad thing. He needs to keep a low profile. Like, we don't want to see you out in the street. We don't want to see you awkwardly just trying to just stay home, Jay-Z. Please. Just stay home, okay? We don't want to see you outside. Not until all of this is rectified and we can either say you guilty or not guilty, because people are looking at you hella strange. Hella strange. Now, Diddy's going on a hunger strike because he thinks he's going to be poisoned in jail. Jay-Z is firing back at Busby. The latest that I've heard on him, guys, is that Jay-Z actually put out a lawsuit, a defamation lawsuit against Busby. So I'm actually trying to see if I could look that up right now. Let's see how that Busby Jay-Z lawsuit. Let's see. And you know what's strange, guys, about this whole thing? Another strange thing for me is like how Jay-Z is like coming for this man's character. Like, it almost feels like to me that he is not fighting fair, right? Because why can't we just make this on like strictly on litigation? Like, Busby filed a lawsuit against Jay-Z, right? Why wouldn't it be that Jay-Z either tries to refutably deny the allegations or provide evidence that suggests that he wasn't there? I don't think that this man could do that. Honestly, I don't know. Like, it's just looking hella weird that like you'll see the back and forth, and then all of a sudden you'll see that they'll like try to like throw some dirt on Busby. And that's not me saying like Busby's like, I don't know him from a hole in the wall. He could be a scumbag, but I just feel like, why is it that you like fighting dirty, right? Like, if he's telling you did something, he's a lawyer. This is his job to put up a complaint that his that his client is basically setting forth against you, why would you like do stuff like this, guys? Let me just share this because I feel like this is like hella weird, and you'll understand what I mean. It says Diddy and Jay-Z accusers attorney allegedly gave women venereal disease lawsuit claims, but he says it's a conspiracy. Tony Busby, the attorney representing several of Sean Diddy Combs and I think they met Sean Diddy Combs victims, and one of Jay-Z's SA accusers has been accused of giving a woman an undisclosed I'm sorry, guys. Like, this is the bullshit that I'm talking about right here. And I think, like, you know what I think it is? I think back in the day, people were so ignorant and people didn't understand how, like, you have to give this generation a lot more credit because we are a lot more savvy. We are tapped in. We do our own research. We, basically take things with a grain of salt. Shout out to Tisa Tells. They are basically now saying that mainstream media is a wash. Okay. There is a article right now, I believe by Hollywood Insider. Don't quote me on that. I have to find out the specific article, but it is detailing about how people are leaving mainstream media and coming to places like YouTube. If you guys haven't subscribed and shared this content, be sure to do that. Help me grow. But people are fucking with YouTube more than they fucking with mainstream media. And why is because we know places like CNN, places like Fox News, places like, I don't know, ABC. We know the type of angles that they're going to portray. We know how money and influence can buy stories. And it looks like Blake Lively is actually coming out right now. That is another story, guys. And let me know in the comments if you want to hear that. But she is exposing the whole like agenda when it comes to media and how like when something's going on with a certain person, right? And I'm going to just share this with you guys as something personally that I realized. When there's something going on with a person, like whether it's somebody like Jigga Man or if it's someone like Diddy, you can tell like they have publicists. You can tell that things are going on in the media. How do you know that? It's because you'll start to see random shit pop up on your Instagram, like random, like good promotional stuff. Like I'll give you an example, right? Things are going on with Jigga Man right now, and you'll see Jay-Z help this charity do this. Jay-Z, like all of this good propaganda starts to get pushed your way when there's something like going on with, like, for example, Jay-Z, and I'm just using him as an example, right? We have to be wary about those things. You guys, like, I do feel like we're in a place now where as Americans, where we know that America is full of like good and bad things, right? As an American, anybody watching from another country, like, America is a great place to live, but it does come with its ups and downs like any other place, right? And a lot of the stuff is like they shove certain agendas and certain things down your face, and you have to be the type of person that's smart enough to call a spade, right? When there's smoke, there's fire. And I think that's why with the Diddy thing, like there's like this big argument of like, you're trying to put a black man down. And a lot of people who are saying that are people who are celebrities that made money with him, probably are still making money with him, right? So they're like, oh, but then there's the aspect of like, yo, dude, when there's smoke, there's fire. Everybody can't be lying. I found it strange that there are grown men coming out saying that Diddy sexually assaulted them. And people are still like, nah, bro, that can't be true. How can like it's like the ignorance like that is like okay, so a grown man, not saying that a woman should it's any different, but I just feel like there is how can I explain this? There's a lot more for a man to come out and say that he was SA'd by another man. Like I feel like that is something that why would someone lie about that? right? Why would someone just like make a story up of like freak off parties and baby oil and being incapacitated or being roofied allegedly, right? There's like all these things, and it's like, yo, you cannot sit here and be dismissive of everything. Like, we have to be smarter than that. I do understand that there are some aspects, like people are going to try to monetize off of anything. People are trying to monetize off of the Kim Porter book, guys. Like, people have like legit made their own Kim Porter book. So we know that there's always going to be a grimy ass hustler out there trying to make some money. But we got to call a spade a spade. So you out here, getting back to the topic, Jay-Z is out here calling Busby out for his like sexual proclivities. Like, if he did indeed give a woman allegedly a venereal disease, what does that have to do with you allegedly R-wording a girl 20 somewhat years ago? Like, you guys gotta really listen without like listen with all biases. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like my favorite Jay-Z song of all time is Song Cry. Okay. And how ironic that Song Cry is by Jaguar Wright. And we we already know everything that's going on with Jaguar Wright and and Jay-Z, and how she has exposed Jay-Z and Beyonce, but how now it looks like she's trying to flip-flop on that. That's like the latest news, but we're going to get to that in another live, okay? Apparently, Jaguar Wright burns a lot of bridges. I don't know why, because I'm gonna be completely honest, I was fucking with Jaguar Wright for a really long time until I started to like, when I heard some stories about her, I was like, okay, this is getting strange. I don't want to knock the hustle, guys. You can't knock the hustle, okay? She is someone who is connected in the music industry. She knows a lot of people. So I can see where a lot of these stories that she's telling she could be aware of or not aware of. I don't know. But we'll save Jaguar Wright for another day. But going back to the Busby and Jay-Z situation, I do feel like there's some smoke there with Jay-Z. I don't know if Jay-Z was literally who Diddy was. He could have been. We don't know. We won't know up until more starts to unfold with the situation. But I don't know what it is. I just feel like there's something there, guys. Like, and I hate to say that because you definitely want to make sure you're giving everybody their equal shake. But just the fact that he's coming for this man's character when he should be really just trying to prove that there was no way I could have ever done that to a child. And the craziest thing thus far is that he has not said that. He has said everything but that. He has said, how am I going to explain this to my kids? My kids are going to have to be asked these questions. Like, Jigga Man has not said, I have not done that. And to me, that just speaks more volumes than anything, because at the end of the day, like, you are a hip hop phenomenal, a mogul. People listen to your music, people buy into your brand, people have supported him for a really long time. So I don't know. I think that Jay-Z is really trying to hold on to his empire at this very moment. I think he is sitting at a table right now, probably bigger than my entire house, with the best lawyers, publicists, Olivia Popes, like everything that you can imagine, he got at his disposal, and he is trying to sway this to fit his narrative. So that is going to unfold, and we're going to be talking about that more. But I do need help from you guys. If you guys are watching this back on playback, if you are new here, what's up? My name is Zeta Lisa. This is Mama's Cocktail Hour, where we talk all real shit. We talk trending topics. We talk sports. We talk Knicks. And I am trying to figure out if you guys want to dive deeper into who I am, who Zeta Lisa is off of this blogging. So if you guys are interested in or would like to see content related to my lifestyle, just what I do, drop me in the comments. Let me know. I just wanted to come live with y'all for a little while and chill. I have been going through it when it comes to my computer, but we finally got a new one. So here I am. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, do so. Please share this video, like this video. I'm going to be doing more of this and so much more. So drop me in the comments what you guys think. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.
It's cocktail hour, so rock 'em up. Ooh, mama, it's cocktail hour, so pour it up.